man. It's been quite a day with just like one problem after another, one technological problem after another. So, as you can see, I am on my stupid cell phone and it's not even doing what it said it was going to do. So, I think I'm going to have to just go with it. I don't think I have much choice. But if you are here, please say something, and then I'll know that you're here. I can't text my mod to say, hey, I'm live finally, because I've been trying to go live for a very long time. Oh, somebody is here. How are you? Oh, you know what? I probably should put in my AirPod things. Hold on. I'm so sorry. My goodness, it's just nuts. The world is going crazy. Have you guys heard? I mean, it's nothing new. It just keeps getting jacked up even worse. So let's see how this helps, if this helps. Pods. Are we good? Can you hear me? It says that they're connected. So if somebody, anybody in the chat can let me know what the sound is like, that would be much appreciated. And man, I'm just noticing how weird the lighting is. Everything's so different with the cell phone. It's kind of hateful. Oh, look, hello. Who here? Zune Earth. Oh, to Unearth. You were here yesterday. You're so nice to come back. I apologize profusely for thinking that you were being a whack because I was the one being a whack. So I figured it out pretty quickly, but not quickly enough. So nice to see you again. Nice to meet you. I don't think I remember you from other chats. So, you know, there's a lot of trolls out there, and especially right now. Yeah, LOL. You are very kind to forgive me, so thank you. Because I don't want people to be afraid to say something in my chat. Anna Bees, woohoo! You are awesome. I've been around, not lately. Oh, okay. Did you have a different name or the same name? Because I love that handle. That's way cool. Anna Bees, I got your package all ready to go, and the stupid post office closed at 4:30, and I probably got there at like 4:35, thinking that it closed at 5. So I still have the package to get into the mail, but now I'm thinking if I put it into the post office hands and then there's a government shutdown, is it going to get delivered or is it going to get lost? So I'm thinking maybe I should send it like UPS or something like that. Yeah, it's okay. I was just so proud of myself that I got it all together. You know, that's kind of a big deal sometimes to get a little package together in this day and age. So, same name over 15 years, way good for you. Well, they're saying government shutdown to Unearth. Like, this is crazy. So, I'm on my cell phone, I have my laptop, and I wanted to play an Adam Mockler video for you. If you've heard of Adam Mockler, he's one of these college kids that does a really good political channel. So the name of his video from 2 hours ago is Trump's Psychotic Episode Blows Up Everything. And let's see if I play it, if you guys will be able to hear it okay. Let's see.
He has a big, beautiful, bright future ahead. Vivek Ramaswamy.
President Trump has endorsed Vivek Ramaswamy for governor because Vivek will make Ohio a state of excellence. Endorsed by President Trump.
Can you hear that okay?
Vivek for governor.
90% of people don't realize that their data could be on the dark web like mine was. So I found this tool that does a scan of the...
We are now witnessing firsthand that Trump is not really having a fun time with the trade war that he himself started. In fact, he's kind of melting down on Truth Social as the stock market crashes, as countries place reciprocal tariffs, and the U.S. loses any respect we had on the global stage.
Is this
Trump's
all right?
meltdown was so bad this morning that one journalist said, "This is Hitler screaming in his bunker at generals level of lunacy." And that was in response to one of Trump's posts that reads, "The globalist Wall Street Journal has no idea what they are doing or saying. They are owned by the polluted thinking of the European Union, which was formed..."
I'm going to pause this both to break it up for, you know, legal purposes, but also because I want to add he doesn't know what he's doing. And he has been owned by Utenpay Ashare for so long. Oh, you like my hat? Thank you, Macy Turner. And I didn't do all my disclaimer. I'll just say real quick that everything I say is simply my opinion for the sake of hoping to start a conversation, open up a discussion, learn something, be educational. All my videos are made for YouTube. It's an entertainment platform. So for fair use, I'm going to break up the video. Plus, I think it's more interesting when I put my little opinion in there.
The primary purpose of screwing the United States. He says they're antiquated and weak, they are very bad for the USA, but have no fear, we will win on everything. Again, this is Hitler screaming at generals in his bunker. Levels of lunacy. He is...
Levels of lunacy. We will win on everything? Like, who are we winning against? I assume he's talking about his people winning over the people that are not with him. Like, in the same country, you know, the us and the them. Divide and conquer. That's just nuts. Angelica, why would you use the N-word? Oh, Austin, say hi. I can't even... Angelica says I'm a bot. Did somebody... What? I missed that. Maybe it got taken down. Maybe I do have a mod. Huh. Yeah, nobody's going to be using the N-word around here. That's ridiculous. Angelica, do you need me to block you? Or are you out of control?
Increasingly paranoid, saying that the European Union is trying to screw him, that everybody is trying to screw him, their enemies from within trying to screw him. You know, I've kind of thought for a while, as Trump gets older, as he gets visibly older and older and more feeble, he's going to kind of go down the Hitler madman-esque route. I know there are already comparisons to be made, but in the last few weeks to months of Hitler's life, he got incredibly paranoid and wild. There were no reality tests around him, and he was next level deranged. I could see Trump getting to that point, and to back that up, we have an article from this morning titled, Trump White House has asked the U.S. military to develop options for the Panama Canal.
Hey, Anna Bees, I just made you a mod. And Angelica says that they're a spam bot. So if you want to block them, go ahead. I still can't see the N-word. Yeah, Hitler was on meth. And yeah.
Officials say.
Why are we even talking about him?
Terrifying.
This is
Again,
insane.
As Trump loses his mind, gets older, slowly descends into madness, he now has the military wrapped around his finger and is asking them to make plans for the Panama Canal. So let's read this. All that I ask from you is to drop a like, spam some blue hearts to help boost our pro-democracy message, and let's jump in here.
Thank you, Anna
The
Bees.
White House has officially directed the U.S. military to draw up options for increasing the American troop presence in Panama to achieve President Trump's goal of reclaiming the Panama Canal. During a joint address to Congress, Trump said, "We want to further enhance our..."
Can we call it the Trump Canal? Anna Bees, look at you. You got your wrench. To Unearth says, shouldn't the military be under the rump? I don't know what's going on. I think that the guy who runs what we used to call the USSR, I think he's in charge of the big E and the little T. We can just call him PP because there's that whole rumor about those PP tapes, right? So I think PP is trying to take over the world.
Our national security by reclaiming the Panama Canal, but they haven't said what reclaiming means. And here's the reality. Panama is our friend. If we want increased presence with our allies, we just have to call them and ask. We just have to call up Panama and say, hey, can we increase our troop presence? Can you cut us a deal here and here? We've already seen that Panama is willing to play ball with the U.S. and be nice. So why do we have to draw up a plan for military presence? Now, here's the thing. Military presence can be taken in multiple ways. Either we are increasing our troops in a normal way, or when you hear the words military presence, Trump is laying the groundwork for a special military operation.
Special military operation. This was exactly what I was afraid was going to happen if this MF was I don't want to say elected because I don't think he was elected. I think that our system was hijacked. So, to unearth, I don't know what you mean when you say he does well for his people. Are you talking about Pee-Pee Dude? Or are you talking about Little T? Are you talking about the Big E? Because that's kind of scary. Yeah, Anna's wondering the same thing. Give you a chance to answer.
which is code for an invasion. So the U.S. officials told NBC News that they presented new draft strategies to Pete Hegseth about Panama. U.S. officials
Hegseth.
cautioned the invasion of Panama is unlikely and would only...
For anybody who's not clear, Hegseth has tattoos that reveal him to be a white supremacist, and he's closely tied with that Doug Wilson dude out there in Moscow, Idaho, who they got ties from the church. Is it in Nashville, Tennessee? Hegseth is a bad actor. Okay. I don't think
only
Putin
come
does well
under
for his
serious
people.
consideration
He's evil.
if larger military presence does not achieve Donald Trump's goal of reclaiming the waterways.
The people there pretty much freeze to death and starve to death. Yeah. So To Unearth, I'm wondering what you're talking about. Okay, To Unearth is out. Doug Wilson. Holy crap. Earphones in, listening. So yeah, To Unearth, I take back my apology from yesterday. Anna, do you want to just give him the boot? Yeah. Nice to have you leave. Thanks.
So it's still in consideration. They say if you don't give us what we want with this pressure, larger military presence is still a massive consideration. It's scary. This is scary.
Why on earth did Unearth even come into my scene for a minute? Like, I am the teeniest, tiniest channel. And why would folks like that even pay attention to me? I think we all need to be on high alert.
Autocratic, authoritarian rhetoric, and now it makes more sense why Trump is trying to legitimize Putin's land-grabbing style of ruling neighboring territories. But either way, beyond this article just alienating our allies, I wanted to use it to demonstrate how Trump is genuinely descending into madness. Now, I already showed you guys the Truth Social post that's almost like Hitler screaming at his generals, but there are more. There are more Truth Social posts from today. So 4 hours ago, Trump wakes up bright and early and says, Senator Mark Wayne Mullen was great on fake news CNN. Caitlin Collins looks like a...
This whole thing with fake news, give me an effing break. Everything coming from that party is fake AF.
third-rate, low-ratings reporter. Why are you just attacking Caitlin Collins? He then randomly tweets out, let me zoom in a little bit here, the European Union, one of the most hostile and abusive taxing and tariffing authorities in the world, which is formed for the sole purpose of taking advantage of the United States, that is not why the European Union was formed, has just put a nasty 50% tariff on whiskey. If this tariff is not removed immediately, the U.S. will
Not whiskey, what will we do?
shortly place 200% tariffs on all wines, champagnes, and alcoholic products coming out of France and other EU countries. This will be great for wine and champagne businesses in the U.S., says Donald Trump. Can I just reiterate one more time? This dude is going down the path of Hitler screaming at generals in his bunker, meaning he has no reality tests around him. He has no walls that are meant to check and make sure that he is still in the same reality as you and I.
He needs
the
a psychiatric
European Union
hold.
was not made for the sole purpose of hurting the U.S., but Trump knows that. He's, number one, incredibly paranoid and creating enemies where there are none, but he's trying to publicly stir up controversy against the EU
He's
so he can justify
in a tailspin
attacking
of a
them even
panic.
further. But one person said, 200% tariff on wine. Yeah, Democrats are going to win every single suburban House seat in 2026, especially the wine moms. Is that offensive? The wine moms who just love wine. I mean, I have some in my family. I like wine from...
I'm afraid that there's never going to be another election with what's going down. So that's really my bottom line. It's like people keep talking about, well, the next election. It's like, yeah, good luck with that. We'll see how that goes.
Time to time. But if Trump is going to be tariffing them, I'm going to have to reconsider voting Republican in 2028. I wasn't going to vote Republican anyways, I'm just playing. But somebody else said, Trump, for the past year, claims that tariff is the most beautiful word there is. Tariffs are brilliant, necessary, good. Also, Trump, tariffs are outrageous and nasty, especially when other countries use them in response to our tariffs. Can I just go back to what I said at the very beginning of the video? Trump does not seem to be having a fun time with the trade war that he himself manufactured. I mean, if you want to continue reading this, he says, the globalist Wall Street Journal has no idea what they're saying.
Okay, so this is only a minute and a half more, and then I'll set my laptop down.
Saying the European Union is one of the most hostile and abusive authorities in the world. He then posts a random meme about Israel with a cracker. Is that just a cracker? Oh, it's about Passover. Okay, I get it. And then Trump says the U.S. doesn't have free trade. We have stupid trade. The entire world is ripping us off. Did my 4-year-old cousin come up with that? What a terrible juvenile insult.
He
we don't have
is
free
a
trade.
toddler.
We have stupid trade. It's like my 4-year-old cousin saying, I'm not eating green beans because they're stupid beans, or whatever the fuck. Like, what juvenile type of insult are you going for,
man.
Mr. President?
Mr.
He then
President.
tweets out, right? Oh, as I refresh, he tweeted again. He then tweets out, Canada needs America. America does not need Canada, says Grant Cardone. So he's quoting Grant Cardone. But the thing is, America definitely does need Canada. We need their lumber. We need the oil that they subsidize. I can go on and on, but we need a lot of vital things from Canada. Again, broad headline of this video, Trump is going through a public meltdown. Trump is going through a meltdown in front of all of our eyes.
Yeah, but
and I know that
what's
doesn't
the
mean
big
much when
E
we watched
doing
him over the past
right
2
now?
years lose his mind. But I've been noticing lately, over the past month
While Trump's taking center stage with all his cray, what's the big E up to behind the wall?
or so, Trump has been a little bit weaker, a little bit slower when he walks on stage. His mind seems to be a little bit more gone, and I'm not making this up. I've been watching very closely. Trump is slowly descending to levels of madness that we have not seen before, and that's why his posts are becoming increasingly incoherent, increasingly paranoid, and desperate. This dude is selling Teslas in front of the White House. Like, what reality?
Wait, Teslers. He's not selling Teslas. He's selling Teslers. And in order to drive them, you have to know computer.
Are we possibly in at this point? But you know what? I will leave it at that. All that I ask from you is to drop a like, subscribe, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
Please sign the petition.
Holy caboli, folks. What the F? So now let's try to like back it up a little bit, because I definitely don't want to fearmonger. This is really frightening, really frightening. Please hit the like button for the algorithm if you don't mind, even though it's not very happy good news. I already did my disclaimer, and I'll read my little sign over here that you can't see that says make sure you're still subscribed. If you are subscribed, if you're not, please consider doing so. It doesn't say all that, it just says subscribe. And share a video of mine with somebody that you think might like it. Turn on your notification bell to ring if you want to know what's going on with my channel, when I'm dropping videos and when I'm coming on live. So, you know, I'm bound and determined. When I have technological challenges, I kind of can't give up. Like, I think, oh, I should just give up and, you know, take care of some other business, but no, I just can't. I have to just keep at it until I get it figured out. So it's very challenging to go from the laptop, which, you know, is horizontal, to the cell phone vertical. I was trying to get my cell phone to go horizontal because there's a thing that you can adjust to make it do that. And I couldn't find it to save my life. I wonder if they updated it so that it's different, because I also Googled a whole bunch of times, a whole different ways to try to have my computer tell me how I changed that orientation. But so it's just tall and skinny, which is super annoying to me because it doesn't show all my cool, fun stuff, and my chakra tower is like my baby. And then I've got all this other cool, fun stuff, you know, like my A to Z and my Statue of Liberty. You can see my Golden Gate Bridge and some other nice things, but it's not enough. It's never enough. Anyway, I know you guys don't watch. Yeah, it's an iPhone, Annabes. Do you know? See, changing the orientation is easy if you just, let me see what happens if I just turn the phone. I mean, I don't want to like screw things up. Let me see. See, if I just turn it, it says orientation is locked, rotate device back. So I'm not going to mess with it. I tried. If you have any hot tips, please share. I used to totally know how to do it, but are you sure you want to stop streaming? Cancel? No. It asked me if I wanted to stop streaming. Yeah, screw you. Technology challenges. And Annabee says that's what I was wondering too. Yeah, so they might have updated it because it's been a very long time since I've used my cell phone. And they must have changed it because it used to be that when I was on a live on my cell phone, one of the problems is that the chat would go so quick. Or maybe it was just that it was so small, you couldn't see it. So I don't know, they changed it. I think it was small and it would disappear really quickly. Maybe that's just when it was horizontal, it would disappear. And yeah. Huh. I think it's on the hidden home screen. Do you have a YouTube channel, Annabes? If you do, tell me the name of it, please. I'd love to check it out. And yeah, it is kind of hidden, and I don't know. Anyway, we have 4 people here. We have 2 likes, so for those who haven't hit the like button yet, if you wouldn't mind hitting it, that would be greatly appreciated. So I came on here to reiterate a couple of things that I've been saying my last couple of lives, and also to discuss something that I meant to discuss yesterday, and I forgot. And I apologize for that, and it's very important. Do you know that the police chief of the Maui Police Department, Pelletier, do you know that he was named in a Diddy lawsuit? Yeah, he was. He was named in the Diddy lawsuit. Is it John Pelletier, the guy who was in charge not just with the Lahaina fires, but he was also in charge with the mass shooting from the Mandalay Bay hotel casino with the concert, the country concert festivity thing that was, I think, the largest fatalities in a mass shooting. So John Pelletier was in charge. He wasn't a police chief for the Las Vegas PD, but he was a captain. He was in charge of that whole thing. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, he was actually on the stage when the shooting happened. I'm going to have to dig into that deeper because I only just heard that a few days ago. But Brush Junkie did a video as soon as this came out. He's been named in a new civil suit against Puff Daddy. And the allegation, which is just an allegation at this point, but he has been put on an administrative leave. And it was his buddy, the mayor, Mayor Bison, I think is his name, who recommended that he be put on the administrative leave. And that was his buddy. That guy backed him up during the fires, so he must be concerned. Pelletier allegedly was posing as a police officer from a jurisdiction that he wasn't from in order to silence this victim of alleged victim of SA. So he's named in a lawsuit, he's put on an administrative leave, and that was, I think, the day before yesterday. That's huge. Doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me at all. But really, let's get into this whole trafficking thing, human trafficking, because that is something that was talked about a lot with the Lahaina fires, right? There was never an answer what happened to the children. Oh, that was just a conspiracy theory, what happened to the children. A lot of kids were never re-enrolled in school. They may have decided to homeschool, they may have perished, they may have been abducted and their parents perished. We don't know. We don't know. But it's been a thing for decades that Native Hawaiians get victimized more often, kind of like Native Americans get victimized more often, and it goes under the radar. So I bring this up because of the whole Diddy suit, the whole trafficking, the whole Epstein, the whole El Presidente, who was like this with Epstein, with little e, as I like to call him. I don't want to keep saying his name because I'm sure that's, you know, one of the things that the bots catch. Anyway, little e and little t are like this. Little t was flying that MF's jet around during his campaign to be El Presidente. He was flying little e's jet. He just had like a plastic seal over it to say little t, right? How did little t hook up with Pee Pee Man? He used to do those quote unquote beauty pageants, you know, where he could grab everybody by the body part and walk into their dressing rooms when they were disrobed because he was inspecting, you know, like a doctor or something, since he owned the thing. All of those beauty pageants over there in Pee-Pee's country, his El Presidente's marriage to Ivana, whose father was allegedly a KGB type of agent for, I think, the entire 27 or 28 years that they were married. And then what about the Melania bot that he's married to? Is she some kind of troll bot spy? I don't know. Anything's possible. And then Marla Maples was the American that he was married in between the two that seem highly suspicious. It's especially suspicious since he's always wanting to get rid of all these quote unquote foreigners when he's been married to a couple of them. Like, what the F gives? Like, are you just sick of your wife and you want to get rid of her, so you're going to pass these laws that say she can't stay around? Is that it? Is that like what you're up to? I don't know. I'm kidding, kind of half kidding, half serious, right? Anyway, the whole thing with the trolling, the trafficking, the little e, the little t, the PP, the P Diddy Puff Daddy, the Hawaii thing. Let me just jump off the deep end and run down the rabbit hole because no, and how do I phrase this without being too rude? The is it still running? Is it's like frozen up? OMG. This is ridiculous. Nobody's talked about the fact that Hackman's wife was Hawaiian. And I was doing the math because you know how I get really confused with math? And I'm going to just pull up on my laptop to see if this is still running because it looks like it's not. But it should be. It just is like frozen with my hand up in the screen. So let's see what happens when I try to... Sorry, this will just take a second. And I'm sure it's not just me having all this technical trouble, right? And I have it pulled up, but it's black, so I'm sure it's over. right? And Billy Darling is here. It says 301. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? I love your new handle. People came unglued at me when I pointed out that before the selections, I don't like the pics of him with Diddy and Jeff, and Midafart was on the unredacted list. Wow. Can you guys hear me? Because I can see the chat on my laptop, but I can't see the chat on my phone. This is so weird. So the last one that I see is BoobTube TV saying, hey guys. Can hear, can't see. Okay. Wow. So bizarre. Should I start it over? I can just try to start it over real quick. We're just at half an hour. And I don't want to have it be like that where you can hear but can't see. So, do you guys mind if I start over so that we can see if we can have an uninterrupted process here? We just interrupt it so that we can uninterrupt it. Because, yeah, I can see your chat on the phone. I can see your chat on the laptop. But the laptop screen is just blank. It's just black. OFC, not jazz. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down and start over. Does that work for you guys? I hope it does. Love and light. Thanks for watching. Try to meet me at the new one in just a minute. I'll do it right away. And thanks so much for coming in, you guys. I miss you.